what I want to finish off with is what is the relationship between those people who've identified themselves as anarchists, us, you, and those who aren't anarchists. Right? Now, we've got it here. We've cracked it. We've got the ideas. I don't know how you came to anarchism. You all come different ways. You meet a brilliant young school teacher who's sexy and debonair. Or, you know, you try the Communist Party and that doesn't work, and you try other groups and you know, you think to yourself with a few of the young apprentices, this is all rubbish. And then just by sheer chance someone sends you pick up an old copy of Black Flag and you read it and think, this is alright, this is interesting. People will come to anarchy in different ways, to anarchism in different ways. And however you come, that journey is an important one for you. You might come because you know friends. You might come because it's a social situation you feel at ease in. And hey, let's be clear, as anarchists we've always got people who are struggling, and we welcome them, help them and work with them. And you may feel, this is where I can feel at home. No matter what I do every day at work, wherever I go, when I go and sit with other comrades, I feel at home. Now, we're not Marxists. And we're not Marxists for many reasons, but what's really important is that we're not Marxists because we don't have the texts. You know, when I early on was interested and worked in Marxist circles, there were certain texts one read. You were asked to read and chat about. You know, I remember agonising over the state and revolution, and then left-wing communism, and you know, there was a certain text that one read and worked on and thought about. I doubt very few people here go through Kropotkin or John Zertsan with a fine-tooth comb and discuss quite what you mean by dissonance. We don't do that. Now, you may argue that we should, but some of us, not many people have come to anarchism that way. Hey, I'm sure that like me, you've read something in the anarchist press or an anarchist book that's literally skewered your heart, and you read it and you think, yeah, yes, it's managed to put into words what you've been thinking, however inarticulately, or however, you know, sort of intuitively. Those words have hit you, and look, buy this stuff tonight. Read it. You know, you get 2 anarchists, you get a newspaper. You get 3 anarchists, you get 2 newspapers. Yeah. You get 4 anarchists. God help the trees. You're away. Yeah, we know that, and we get our ideas out and we write what we think. But sometimes it would seem to me that anybody who calls themselves an anarchist is one. And isn't that embarrassing sometimes, you know what I mean? Yeah, come on, really, you know, you get someone there like, I'm an anarchist, and standing in front of you at the San Francisco Anarchist Book Fair naked, and their scrotums have been enlarged. I'm not joking. You're selling your stuff and you look up and there is, that it's on the internet, naked man with a greatly extended scrotum saying, I'm an anarchist. And you think, oh my God, no. All I'm suggesting is that, you know, just because people say they're anarchists, they're not. Anarchists behave in certain ways. They respect other comrades. They try not to be experts. They try not to dominate. They try not to create. They try to share things collaboratively. They try to work together collaboratively. And if they disagree, we know in the past our comrades shot each other. I'm not joking. And we know better than that now. We try to work it out, because what the difficulty we have now and the time we have now is that how many people in this room have wasted so much of their lives in internecine struggles. Listen, I apologise to Freedom. I hated Freedom Press when I was a young man. I hated them. You know, I thought they were the scum of the earth. most of the vile anger I felt at freedom, at the world, was directed at Freedom Press, who I thought were a quasi-liberal bourgeois pile of crap. I use that word, and you can, if you read Black Flag, you'll see a thing called Man of the Movement. They used to write a thing called Man of the Movement, and that was usually Albert or someone else or me writing obscene comments. Oh, I am so embarrassed by that. I didn't agree with them. Didn't think what they were doing was correct. I thought they were halting in their support of things they should have supported. But really, to expend most of my energy on other anarchists, however ill-defined I thought they may have been, whilst the Thatcher government is cementing its power. Oh, what a fool. What a fool I was, and what a fool we were to do that. So there will be people in our movement who we disagree with, who will be daft and silly. But somehow, somewhere, surely we all want to get rid of capitalism. You know, we all want to do that. And if someone doesn't, go away. Because anarchism is a revolutionary movement. It doesn't mean you can live with, or alongside, or under capitalism. So, the third point I want to say, and I have a sneaky one I'm going to throw in, because I said to Matt I'd talk for far too long, and I have, is that how do we behave to those people who aren't anarchists? I mean, in America, you realise, don't you, that there is a substantial amount of anarchists in America who have contempt for what they call the left. They have contempt for those who believe in class struggle. They think it's outdated, it's useless, and the world is moved on beyond that. It's gone. They've moved on. There's no time for it. It failed. You can see the nails in the coffin, you know, from 21 onwards. What was the point of ever working with socialists and Trotskyists? They slaughtered our comrades. It's over. Class struggle, waste of time. What's important is to be an insurrectional anarchist. What's important is to be in permanent revolution. Well, you know, I had a go at permanent revolution, at constant insurrection. It's knackering. No one does it. Listen, Sabate, who was one of our great anarchist fighters, he used to go back into Spain and take on the Francoist government, try and rob banks, get money for the Senate to reinvigorate itself. He took a year or two off to do his garden. Oh, that rubbish about permanent insurrection. Come on. You know, there are people who I have enormous quarrels with, who feel that, you know, class struggle is a waste of time. It's not. It's the only way that we're going to break capitalism. And the only way we're going to break capitalism is how we, working out how you, as anarchists, relate to those people out there who aren't. And just because you've got an idea and you think you're right and I think I'm right, doesn't necessarily mean we are right. It doesn't make us someone who can preach or argue or feel that they're better than those people because they don't take action or they don't come to the streets when we call them.